Have you performed exceptionally well in a recent Fortnite tournament, but you didn't see any growth from it? Well, let me help you. Every time myself and other casters do a broadcast, we do this prep session beforehand. We try to identify who the players are and find unique ways to showcase them in the event. Well, when you have a weird name matching whatever trend is going on, like L2R2 or something just completely inappropriate, it's hard for us to match you to the player that you actually are. This ultimately results in you losing out on being showcased on a big stage to thousands of people. And with that, you miss out on growth opportunities and truly the opportunity to build you as a brand. And you may be saying, well, I'm just there to win the tournament, blah, blah, blah. Well, look, I'm going to be honest with you. Your brand is more valuable to you than any tournament prize winnings. Yes, you heard me right. Your brand is more important than any potential prize earnings you can get. Building this brand will ultimately set you up for success throughout years to come instead of just in that temporary time where you win that prize earnings. Now, you may be asking, what is branding, right? Branding is you. Branding ultimately is the image that you put out through social media, through your in-game name, whatever the case may be, right? So making sure all that is matching is super important. There's a reason branding yourself appropriately is so valuable. Think about people like Tfue, Benji Fishy, and Ninja. All super talented people. They did exceptionally well. They all competed and actually grew their brand through competing, right? However, they never changed their name. They saw exponential growth because of it. And because they were so talented in the scene, people wanted to watch them. Well, think about it this way. If your in-game name is L2R2 and people don't know who you actually are, how are they going to find you? How are they going to watch your YouTube recap video of the great performance you had in FNCS? They're not. On top of that, when a cast is going on or our broadcast is going on, we don't know who you are, so we don't get to showcase you in a special light. We don't get to talk about facts that you've done in past events and things like that. No, we just have to say congrats to L2R2 for winning the game. So you see, that's why it's so important to make sure you are branding yourself appropriately. Also, one last note, do not make your name something inappropriate. If it's an epic event, they will cover your name. You won't get any credit for anything that you're doing, and just ultimately, it's a lose-lose. Now, you may be asking yourself, what's the best way to brand you? Well, like I said before, match your in-game name, whatever game you're playing, to your socials. Now, your socials may not have the exact name, but get it as close as possible so that if you do really, really well in a game, people can look you up on Twitter. They can look you up on YouTube. Because people are excited about you. You did a great job in whatever event that is. They want to find out more about you. The best way to do that is have those matching names so they can go back in your socials, whatever the case may be, and look for you. Take Joji, for example. He changed his name to LG Jonathan. After changing his name because he thought it was fun, him and Calc were talking about it, he realized that, well, I made grand finals and I don't want Jonathan to be my name. So quickly he tweets out, he's like, hey, how do I change my name back? There's a way to do it? And guess what? There wasn't. So now he had to go through and rebrand his social media to match his in-game name, which is the last thing you want to do, because then you're just going to confuse the audience you have on social media. Now, again, from a caster perspective or an analyst perspective, we're there to make you all look good. So you show up on the broadcast, like Joji showed up on the broadcast as Jonathan. Some people might not realize that's actually Joji and not give him the value or the showcase that he truly deserves as a player. That's the last thing you want to have to deal with. And his circumstance is light because he can kind of maneuver things. He can make it easier to find him, and people kind of know that it was him, right? However, when you make your name like something just random or something completely different, it doesn't help you. So again, while it may be fun in that moment to follow a trend, joke around with your friends, yada yada, ultimately the only person you're hurting is yourself. You're hurting those growth opportunities you could have in the space, and that's what most of you Fortnite people are looking for, right? Those impressions, looking for follows, engagement, etc. Well, guess what? You're not going to get that unless you're actually putting your best foot forward and matching your in-game name to your socials and branding yourself correctly. Now, I can make I can make a whole YouTube video on how to fully in-depth brand yourself, how to post to social media, how to do this, that, and the third. But you got to start here. You got to start by branding yourself right. Stop changing your name for tournaments. The only person that's going to affect is you. Now, thank you for sitting through my TED Talk, more or less. I know that the analysts and casters, this side of it, will greatly appreciate it if you guys just keep your name as is. And we'll be able to showcase you in the light that you truly deserve as a player. So this is all for you guys. Until next time, take it easy. Peace.